Uno dei temi all'EMA
One of the
International
themes at
oggi con noi
AIMA
abbiamo il signor
International is
Alex
digital
Giordano,
food. We have
docente
Alex
del
Dojano,
Federico
who
II di
is
Napoli.
a professor
Va bene?
at the Federico II of
Con lei volevamo sapere
Naples. We'd like to know
ecco che
from
si
you,
occupa
please,
anche del progetto
what
Rural Act.
are you involved in? Now, Rural Act is this project which tries to overcome the dichotomy between the world of digital, the digital world, digital marketing, the question of materials, robots, and AI, to join this with the question of Mediterranean quality agriculture, which is very often set against and as an opposition and in opposition to this other technological world. We try to, in fact, bring together these themes and also bring them together with sustainability and other aspects of agriculture that we see here at AIMA. Now, talking about digital, of course, is something that you're involved in, and you have a Digital for Food 5.0 course that you held. But now we're talking about 4.0. Why are you talking about 5.0? Now, this is a course that we are organizing to be able to give communication tools and digital marketing tools to quality companies. And this is a course which talks about how to offset the large companies that have enormous advertising budgets. And we can teach these smaller quality firms how they can tell their story and how the impact that they have. And for example, we think that a particular high quality apple is much more worthy and can have a real quality basis and communication basis if you talk about the health issues involved and how wholesome it is. You talk to me about and you ask about 5.0 instead of 4.0. Well, this is something that is coming to the fore more and more. And the question of 4.0, I think, has rather bypassed us. I think we have defined 4.0 as the fourth industrial revolution. But in fact, we have seen technologies come together like AI, robotics, and 3D printers, which are a little bit old, and we haven't brought anything new to these technologies. We have still stuck with the former sort of revolution in industry. But 5.0 wants to take a step forward and look at things in a different way. It's really a model based on sustainability because things are really, really urgent now, and we have a focus on disseminating information which is all important to ensure that this technology really become something that is used, which become part of our community policies, so that communities really can decide where technology and has to go. And our country is very much in the forefront in this attitude. Today we see that there is an important conference on safety, and agriculture, in fact, it can bring forward many aspects which are all important for society as a whole. We're asking who is liable, for example, if a robot kills somebody or harms somebody, who is responsible, where is the liability, for example. These are themes which spread much wider than agriculture and go to society as a whole. Now, you mentioned the word training. You're a professor, and training is very, very important in AIMA. Now, training as a member of the teaching staff, what does that mean in this course? Now, we put the accent on young people with regard to agriculture. in the last few years there has been a real return to the farm, not the idea of going back to be a peasant in a rather old-fashioned way. This was something that we heard about in the last few years, but now the attention is different, the focus is different. People have decided that they want to go into farming and farm in a different way, putting together all today's technology, but adding to this the old homespun methods. Ours was, of course, a peasant-based society. We should never forget that. And there's an awful lot of know-how there. McLuhan, in fact, said that every new means of confirmation doesn't cut away and kill the former sort of technology and communication, but adds to it. So we come from thousands of years of agriculture when men started to set up societies and communities and develop our know-how. So we have thousands of years of this know-how, and we have to put them together with technology, modern technology. There is, as I say, this new attention on the part of young people to go back to farming. And I think we have to be careful, however. There is great focus on this, and there's a possibility of doing this. But I don't think that we, in fact, cannot ever transmit anything that's of quality without being able to listen. So we want to listen to the farmers, to the farms, to the people who work the land and the companies, their extension agents and people who have developed the machines. Because the laboratory of innovation comes from the field, comes from people who actually have this hands-on job. So we listen to what people are saying from this sector, and together we try and create training courses and training tools which respect the role of people who live their work in the field every day. Ema puts the accent on young people very much, and you have underlined this attention to young people in your training courses. Now, what can you tell us about the experience that you have had directly in the field with young people? Well, let me talk about older people, like myself, first of all. To be able to talk with and to young people, an older farmer has an ability to handle complexity which is greater than the average graduate. He can handle the complexity of the climate, of where he is. So the older farmer, in fact, has a real treasure to transmit, and it's very, very important to bring older and younger people together. Going to young people, I am very lucky because we have projects which concern young people. We work on AI, robotics, and we try to bring this contemporary language to young people. But the great thing is about our Naples University, the great thing about this university is that we are the leader of the technological pole of agri-tech, which in fact is going to soon develop an academy to train young people who will then go out into the world and listen to the requirements of enterprises, and to bring the Italian farm, the Italian enterprise into the world. And we mustn't forget that our agricultural companies form a great part of our GDP. We have to think about the real requirements of our particular area and keep it, if you like, with our feet on the ground. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving us an overview of what you do. Thank you.